Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Who orchestrated this, you guys?
Okay.
What did I just witness? Oh my god!
Okay. Stop. There. He still has the bag.
Their positions, check it out. Watch. Their positions. They knew this was coming.
You are not the chosen one. Ha 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 ha.
Oh.
If you keep your mouth shut, I will answer your question.
So it was indirect statements of Jesus which made them upset, is what you're saying. Like when you said about the Pharisees, and they got angry, and they basically accused him of blasphemy.
Is it the indirect statement?
No, did he say I'm
No.
God, though? So I'm asking.
No.
Uncle, can I reply? One of the disciples of Jesus Christ, he came and said to Jesus, show me the Father, I want to see the Father. And Jesus replied to him, how long I have been with you, and yet you ask me the question, show me the Father. The one who has seen me has seen the Father.
Yes.
Now, as a Muslim, can you make the statement that one has seen you, has seen Allah?
Okay.
No, can you make the statement that one who has seen you, has seen the Allah in Islam? Can you make the
The
statement?
thing is, Kitab Kitab Daniel. It means the book of me. It's my book.
Okay.
But me and the book are not one and the same.
Okay. Let's go with your point. Let's go with your point.
The ruh, the soul, the soul,
Ruh,
Allah's soul.
Allah's soul, yeah.
It's possession. It's possession, not one. It's not one and the same.
Okay, but also the Quran says that Jesus is same like Adam. Sorry, gosh, thanks bro. Jesus is same like Adam. Can you show me in the Quran where Adam is referred as the Ruh Allah or Kalamatullah?
The example of Jesus is like the example of Adam.
Yeah.
Surely in the sight of Allah, the similitude of the creation of Jesus is as the creation of Adam, whom he created out of dust and then said, be, and he was.
Can you show me in the Quran where Adam is referred as the Ruh Allah or Kalamatullah?
The example of Jesus is like the example of Adam.
Yeah. It's the same. It says that Jesus and Adam is same. Just now I showed you that Jesus is the Spirit of Allah and the Word of Allah. And you are saying it's like it can be like.
What's the point you're making with Adam? What's the
No,
point you're
so
saying
my
about
point is, can you show me any other prophet in Islam who has been referred as the word of Allah and the spirit of Allah? If not, why not?
Like I said to you, the spirit, if you look in the Arabic, the spirit of Allah, it doesn't mean Allah, his spirit, actually part of Allah. It's the possessive.
My brother, it's not Bible, it's Muslim. 00380. Yeah. See here. I am not in the position to do that. Means a person goes first to Moses and Moses says, I can't do it. You go to Jesus.
Anyway, I think it's in the future, so it should be in the future, because of this. It says, I intend, if Allah so willed, that I would reserve my prayer for the intercession of my Ummah on the day of resurrection. So, I guess it can only happen in the future.
And he will be put on a place, Maqam al-Mahmudan. That's only for the Prophet ﷺ, the best place in paradise. Because it hasn't happened yet, and it will happen, inshallah. If Allah willed. So it says, if Allah so willed. Okay. Provided that the people in his ummah died without associating anything with Allah. Then if Allah so willed, he would make intercession for them. That's what it says. Okay. This is Quran Teacher Free, the Hadith book. Kitab al-Iman. So research, go back, search Kitab al-Iman. Okay, here. Sahih al-Bukhari, it says something else maybe. Okay, so it says fasting and the Quran intercede for man. Fasting says, oh my Lord, I have kept him away from his food and his passion by day, so accept my intercession for him. The Quran says, I have kept him away from sleep by night, so accept my intercession for him. Then the intercession is accepted. Bayhaqi transmitted it in Shu'ab al-Iman. Okay, so that's another hadith. Here it says, narrated Abu Hurairah, Allah's apostle said, for every prophet there is one invocation, which is definitely fulfilled by Allah. And I wish, if Allah will, to keep that special invocation as to be the intercession for my followers on the day of resurrection. So that he will keep interceding for the Muslims until he tries to take them all out of hellfire. And then whoever's left after that, the Prophet ﷺ, in one variation of the hadith, he says, Allah take out everyone who had said, La ilaha illallah. And then all those people will be taken out. It was narrated that Jabir said, I heard the Messenger of Allah ﷺ say, my intercession on the day of resurrection will be for those among my nation who committed major sins. So like major sins like fahisha, like zina, and they killed somebody or committed fornication or adultery, or So I think that's it. So Stephen definitely lied about the hadith. Like, he definitely lied. I can't believe that they give you the reference and he lies. Did you not read the rest of the hadith? I just thought, oh, look, it says go to Jesus. And then right away he was like, yeah, it says go to Jesus. The word of Allah, like, as soon as he saw the word of Allah, and then, so what does that prove? And then it says go to Muhammad. Well, that makes Muhammad greater than Jesus. I mean, I just don't understand how these people, I don't understand how these people think. Like, the hadith was not even finished yet. It says go to Muhammad. So that means Jesus being the Kalimatullah doesn't make him anything special compared to other prophets. He's just different. Right? He's just different. He has a different name. He has a different title. That's it. It's a title. I mean, Allah creates as He wills. He created Adam from dust and said, be. I don't understand why it's hard for Christians to get that. And the reason Jesus is coming back is because the Jews wanted to kill him, and Allah said no, and He has said, it doesn't make him God or anything. Look, Iblis is the head of all the devils, right? The jinns. But specifically the bad ones, okay? Does that make him like a god? No, it doesn't. Christians have this thing about making anything a god. Even they think that Satan is the god on this earth, That's the thing. They think like Satan rules this earth, which he does not, right? Satan can't do anything to you if you just obey God, right?
And he says, I'm not in the position to do that. You better go to Jesus.
I am asking him very basic question, and he should be able to answer this basic question. You are going to
This is a reaction to this video over here. Okay. Left hand in jacket pocket, watch closely. It's about to take something out. About to take it out. Yeah, like, why is just anybody allowed to go and talk to her, and there's no police or anything, give her some space, whatever.
You read Arabic? Come on, read for me.
No, can you read Arabic?
Read Arabic or English?
Yeah, read Arabic first. Read Arabic first, then read English for us.
What are you trying to tell us?
We'll find out, but
Uncle,
find out something.
let me show you. This is Sahih, the book of Fatima. Sahih Muslim, the book of Fatima. Faith, sorry. But she said, I am not in the position to do that. You better go to Jesus, the word of Allah and His Spirit. It's the Muslim sources. So now what Indian says, Jesus and the Spirit from a It's a Sahih Muslim 00380. Yeah.
See, I understand. Like, in Arabic, For example, now, if I say like your book or your house, right, it doesn't mean that it's coming from you, it's part of you. If I say, for example, I say, what's your name, brother?
Stephen.
Stephen. If I say Baitul Stephen, it doesn't mean it's your, like, part of you, you're in the house of God, if you see what I mean. Okay. Like you can say Kitabul Bilal, Kitabul Daniel. It means the book of me, it's my book, but me and the book are not one and the same.
Okay. Let's go with your point. Let's go with your point. From the difference of Allah and from Allah. No, you're not being fair, my brother.
Like, for example, like you say, Ruh and Allah, it doesn't mean it's him, it's Allah's soul, it's possessed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
No, but here it says his, my brother. So you're saying this translation is not good?
I'm not saying that.
Okay, so this,
It says it.
yeah. So this translation is made by an Arabic scholar who's a Sahih Muslim. So are you trying to say the Sahih Muslim doesn't know from the difference of Allah and from Allah? No, you're not being fair, my brother.
I understand. I'm saying to you, yes, it's correct. What's in front of me is correct.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, it doesn't mean on the part of Allah, His soul. Do you understand what I mean?
And what about His word?
His soul is possessed.
His soul? Whose soul? Allah's soul.
His soul possessed by Allah is put into Jesus.
So in short, you're trying to say that Allah's soul. Allah. No, my brother. Are you trying to say that the spirit of Allah and the word of Allah does not worthy of worshiping?
No. What I'm saying is the word of Allah, Kalam Allah, Kalam Allah, Al-Quran, Kalam of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
So he says, why is Jesus the Word of God and not Adam, for example? So if we think about this logically, Adam was the first human being on earth. There was no reason for anyone to, discredit him, attack him. He was the first man, his wife was the first woman, and then they had the first family, right? Either you stayed believers or you became non-believers, right? Because Adam and his wife were raising Muslim children, believing children, who then eventually, after people began to deviate, right, from the message, or they began to actually commit sins. So the first step was that Satan basically got the children of Adam to start, committing sins like drunkenness, fornication, music. Men and women getting together, parties and stuff like that. Okay, basically. So that is how the first believers became like sinners, and it became worse and worse. And some of them became fasik. And some people stayed, true to their religion, to belief in God, and true to practicing, right? So there was no reason for Adam alayhi salam to be, other than, he was the first man. Like, some people even think that Adam was not a prophet, right? But in Islam, we believe that he was, alayhi salam. So, the thing is, he's the chosen of God, right? What would that possibly, refer to? Like, what would that title mean? So, the chosen of God, he was the first human, basically. He was chosen above the angels and the jinns. So, maybe that's why he's the chosen of God. So, that title really fits Adam, more than it fits more than the word of God actually fits him, because it distinguishes him even more, right? Like, this really distinguishes Adam, that he's the chosen of God. And that's actually a very powerful and great, like, title, you know? Don't they say that, like, David is the chosen of God or something like that? Or one of the Israelite prophets, I forget. So, and that's in the Bible. You know, Adam is the chosen of God. So I don't know what Islam says about some of the other Jewish prophets of the past, right? But there were many, like, Jewish prophets as well. Jacob and Yusuf and so on, right? Ishaq. So, these people, all human beings, are descended from Adam. So Adam is the chosen one. Chosen of God. So, because that really distinguishes him, as he was chosen from among the first, well, we don't know if they were all the first, but from what we understand in human history, from the Quran, the creation of Adam, and before the creation of Adam, when you had the jinns, and, you had angels, right? So Adam is chosen from among all the other kind of slaves that Allah created. Okay, so human beings are a special creation. They have intellect. They have free will. Okay, so that's why they're above, angels, basically. Because angels just do what they're commanded, right? So angels are like a completely kind of different being. So Jesus, being the Word of God, is, in contrast, it's to do with he and his mother's story, basically. So why did God call Jesus the Word of God? Because he was created with the word, be. And we know Adam was also created similarly to Jesus. In fact, Adam's creation is more miraculous than Jesus's, right? And everybody, just logically, that makes complete sense. So why is Jesus the Word of God and not Adam? Because the chosen of God seems to be a different kind of title, okay? It has a different significance, basically. So these titles all have different significance. That doesn't mean that we prefer some prophets over others, because in Islam we really don't. For example, Muhammad is the apostle of God, right? Here, for example. If we say Muhammad is, the praised one, we have different, like, titles for Muhammad, different descriptions. Maybe, he was truthful, he kept his words, he was honest, he didn't lie, he kept people's things, for them, he used to be, like, trustworthy, basically. He kept things in trust for other people, even the non-Muslims. He would keep it for them until they would take it back. Jesus is basically known for that one thing, which is his conception is a miracle, his conception without a human father, right? Without any father, okay? So when his mother came with the child, Jesus, of course, she knew that she was a chaste woman, but the Jews started pointing fingers at her. Ya Ukhta Hatun, what is this? What have you done? And so Jesus, alayhi, he speaks and defends his mother, saying, Inni Abdullah, right? So, and then he defends his mother, okay? So, him being the Word of God is just, like, really appropriate for Jesus. It's like the best kind of title for him, because of his miraculous birth, okay? And because his mother, he defended his mom. So, although he is also a prophet, Jesus is also chosen. In a way, he's sent to the children of Israel. Basically, just shows that there are different reasons for why these prophets all have a different kind of title. That's it, right? And we have no problem with Jesus being the Word of God or Adam being the chosen of God, for that matter. And, Noah being the preacher of God, for God, the preacher for God. Abraham is the friend of God, the friend of God. Khalilullah, Abraham alayhi salam. So, and then Moses is the speaker with God because he spoke directly with God, right? So, I didn't know how much more, I could make this obvious or clear for people to understand that, Jesus being the Word of God doesn't make him better than other prophets. It's a title that fits his life story, his bio. It fits the fact that he was created with the word be, right? And why did God do that? Why did God create Jesus that way? Instead of just giving him a mother and father like other people have. Well, that could be because the Jews were very obstinate. Unfortunately, they often rebelled against God, and so God, I guess, wanted to send them a prophet who was born like a very miraculous way, and that there was no doubt that they should follow this person. And if you don't follow Jesus, then, you're in trouble.
What's going on? Hold on. What happened?
He's laughing, right? You can see him laughing. Everybody made such a big deal out of this. He's so evil. That's what everybody said, right? Not everybody. Sonia Azam, she said that. She has a channel, Sonia Azam7 channel. And some other people that I won't mention by name also said that he was laughing, that he's a bad person. That he was laughing when Hatun got attacked, right? Wait for it. No. Don't let up for anything. This will happen always. Sit there. Hey! Hey! She put down the chair. Let's see where that is. This chair here. She offered a stool, paid for Hatun to sit on, but Hatun didn't sit down. Hatun is talking to the ex-Muslim, she said. She said in an interview, she was talking to an ex-Muslim, a man. You see him, he has an umbrella there. Okay. Okay, and you can also see the British guy there printing something. the other footage. Let's go. Now, we're going to look at all angles to find out what happened, right? Yes, agreed? Then why Soco film story? Are you ready? I might have to put this on slow motion, but let me play it at normal speed, and then I want you to notice something. Okay, you can see the police car. This is after I Okay. I'm gonna pause. Okay, watch for the guy in the black tracksuit. Okay, watch for the guy in the black tracksuit. Keep watching. Okay, keep watching. Here's the ex-Muslim, the castle guy, alleged ex-Muslim. Here's one guy, and I'm looking for the guy in the black tracksuit. So as far as we can see, it looks like 3 police vehicles are pulled up. Right.
And basically they wouldn't be attending Sister Hatun inside the police van, but of course we called the ambulance, so they should be important.
You can see the umbrella is really battered.
So yeah, police have the evidence, it's the knife with the second floor, they will take with them, and of course Hatun going to give her account to Hatun, and they will keep you updated on the situation like this. So now, people are coming with knives to a place where you're supposed to take the case.
Yeah, it's very sad, isn't it? What he said, that Holy Spirit living within you, giving you a witness. I would think before you leave a comment. I'll think very carefully if I was you. Let's continue. You see the chair? The woman is trying to get back to the chair to sit, but she doesn't take the chair. Maybe she's in shock. She's not really reacting that much to people around her. She doesn't really answer anybody's questions and stuff like that. Okay, so I think that woman gave her a bottle of water. Or she handed her this bottle that maybe she had before. I'm just going to continue playing to reach the end because I want to be fair and show you the original footage as released by Soco Films before I continue. Okay, so this is when we found the knife, and this is before Hatun goes into the van. So before she goes into the police van, they already found the knife. So the police were not even there when, she was in the bag or whatever she was doing. Maybe she was looking for her phone in the bag. We don't really know. People might think that's suspicious, but whatever. It's kind of irrelevant, really. So that was a knife in the ground. You can see him telling people to stay away because this is a crime scene. And now they're going to the van. You can notice Hatun's umbrella is very battered. She used it to protect herself. I think it was. The umbrella looks very bad.
Yeah, the police have the evidence, which is the knife, which is left on the floor. They're going to take with them, and of course, Hatun's going to give her account to Hatun.
I think it was damaged in the attack.
And then we should do updates on the situation. So now.
And maybe that's why she said the knife broke, or she had pieces of knife in her clothes. But I don't know. I don't believe everything she says. I think she exaggerated some of the stuff that she said.
Yeah,
it's very sad, isn't it, what he said, that people come with knives. Remember, it was her right hand that had the wounds, as well as that little cut on her forehead. No big deal, it basically just scratched her skin. Now think, if this was the Mujahideen, if this was really a terrorist. This is Sonia Azam reacting to Dawah Club's video. So Dawah Club did a video, and then Sonia Azam is including that in her video. He was hanging around there, spending time, taking his free time, and he missed it? Really? Or was this made to look as though there was an attempted murder on Hattun's life? The guy got away, he escaped, nobody knows who he is, where he went, some of the knife broke in her coat, apparently, and then she fainted from wounds that were minor. Pictures speak 1,000 words, don't they, you guys? Now, follow with me, watch. I need to know who he is. Who's this dude? Who's that?
oh guys, give us some space.
Come on, guys, give us some space. Okay, I think these are just normal people. They're not anybody to do with extremists in Britain. I think they're just like, most of them are regular people, right? Space. Well, I think I know why you want to give her the space. Do you know what they could have done? They could have just blown up a tent. Put her in a tent so she could do whatever she was doing in privacy. But thank God we had cameras. Thank God there were multi-angled cameras recording the footage. Who are you? Who's this? Who's that? Who's that? Who are these guys? Why are they in a circle? Who are these that are allowed in an inner circle? He's going to see how bad does it look. Does it look bad enough? I don't know. What do you think?
Anybody who's talking this and that.
Can we pull this off? I don't know. I could be wrong, you guys. This is what the flipping police ought to be doing right now. Okay, this is Tommy Robinson facts. Tommy Robinson, real name Stephen Yaxley Lennon, is a convicted fraudster and serial thug. He has made a career out of causing trouble and division. And then it says he doesn't want to stand up for anyone but himself, and wherever he goes, trouble is rarely far behind. By Nick Lowles. Hope Not Hate CEO. So, what was his criminal record? Let's see. Assaulting a police officer in 2010, in 25 assault. He was jailed for 12 months for assault. Assault at his own rally in 2011. Luton football riot in July 2011. This is the interesting one right here. Using someone else's passport. In January 2013, Robinson was jailed for 10 months for traveling to the USA on his friend's passport. Robinson admitted the charge of possession of a false identity document with improper intention. The passport Robinson used was under the name of Andrew McMaster. He checked himself in on the way out from Heathrow Airport. However, when he arrived in the USA, customs officials took his fingerprints and realized he was using a passport that was not his own. Wow. So that is pretty interesting. Contempt of court. 1. In 2017, Robinson was given a 3-month suspended sentence after he admitted a contempt of court charge for attempting to photograph juvenile defendant in a court case whilst having no right to do so. Court security had told Robinson not to film in and around the court as it would lead to his arrest.
3-month suspended sentence could be activated within 18 months. What is strange is he seems to care so much about children, but then he didn't mind actually trying to film a juvenile in a court room without permission or in a court case. He wanted to film a juvenile. For what purpose was he doing that? Don't really know. We will never maybe know. So that is very strange.